Hi everyone, my name's Electric Donkey and welcome back to the NPC series, and this is I think number 4 in the series. So first off, I apologise if you can hear some kind of weird noise in the background. It's because the water tank is right next to where I'm recording and makes a loud noise sometimes. So that's the weird noise. If you're wondering, you know, that's what it is. Don't worry if you think it's something else, it's that. Anyway, back to the series. Today we're going to be finishing off should have just gone now. Well, today we're going to be finishing off the first one, which was the beginner's one if you remember, which was the dialogue. And this will also kind of build into the quest one because it's very, very similar. So what we're going to do first off today is open up. We're going to open up, the NPC. And we're going to go into a create event here. And we're just going to change this here to this is a text box. So what this is going to do is this is going to be the main box here. And these are going to be our sub boxes. Just to make it easier to change later on. So now as well we need to go to our drawing manager, and instead of doing this we just need to put in options 0, so it makes it more efficient as well actually. Now we need to add another event which is going to be an alarm, and 0 obviously, and we can just drag whatever we want over, just make sure you put something in so it doesn't delete it. And what this alarm is going to do is it's going to make it so that you can't spam click any of the buttons. It just basically gets rid of glitches and stuff like that. You've probably seen me do it in the past as well. So we're going to get a step event, drag a bit over, just done it there, and this bit's going to be choosing the options. Oops. So what this is going to do is it's going to allow us to click on one of our options and choose it and change stuff depending on that. So change the information. So first we're going to check to see if we can click again. And this is using our alarm, so if alarm. There's going to be a load of checks here as well, by the way. It is pretty mental, it's pretty huge. So if our alarm is basically set back to 0 or nothing, or -1 actually, then we need to do everything else, and the first thing we're going to do is loop through the choices available. So at the minute we've only got 2. We're just going to make it for 2. You could probably implement it so there's more than 2. Available. That kind of looks right. This is going to be a for loop, just the same as we did before. Actually, what we're going to do really quickly is drag this over to this side, and we're going to open up our drawing manager just so we can read off some values off this side, make it a bit easier. don't know what went on there. So it's exactly the same as this loop here. So we're going to start on 1 and just go twice, increments of 1. And that's all we need. Oops, we need to put I equals. There we go. So that's looping through all of the choices. Now we're going to check, find out which button we are pressing. Because there's a choice obviously between 2, and we want to change stuff depending on which one we're pressing. So we need to do some checks. So the first thing we're going to do is check to see if the mouse X is bigger than this value here. So we can literally just copy and paste this over, just like that. Because that is exactly the same. That is our base X. First point. Anything like underneath that is out of the box. And mouse X is smaller than, because we don't want it going into another box or possibly off the buttons entirely, and then this one here. So these are just using our 2x values that we passed in here on our checks to see which one we're pressing. And then we need to do the mouse Y, which is actually a lot easier. They're just static values. So I think we did 690. Yep. And mouse Y is 710, I think. And just like that. So this will check which button we are pressing on, basically. If you don't understand that bit, because I have kind of skimmed over it a bit, just pop it down in the comments. I promise to read it. So now we're going to see if we are clicking. Because if we're not clicking, I guess it should have gone before. But, you know, if we're around that area anyway, and we've clicked, it doesn't really matter which way around you go. And this is just really easy. If mouse check button MB left, so that's your normal click. So now we checked if we're clicking, checking which one we're clicking on. Now we need to set a variable, set a new variable, and this is going we can actually full screen this, a new variable to hold the option clicked. So this is so we can compare the one we've clicked to other ones. So this is going to be var selected option yep, equals options I. Oops. Options I. There we go. And this means we can go along here now and see if we are clicking a certain option. And this is now really easy because we've set it all up for ourselves. So we can just do selected option equals options, and we'll do 1. You can do 2, 3, 4, whatever one you want to check for, and change it depending on it. Or you can do what we're going to do in use an if statement to change it either way. So change the choices depending on what you choose. That'll do. On what you choose. I don't know if I think it's choose. There we go. And easy enough. Not very efficient really here, but it does the job. So remember, option 0 is the main text box. So this, we're going to put this is a new text box, just so we know it's changed. Options 1, which is our first option, sub option, whatever. We're going to change this now to option 3, and then options 2, which is our final option, we're going to change to option 4. Now we're going to make an else statement. So this is if we press the other option. We're going to change that accordingly. And for this, we're just going to put a little indicator on that we've done it differently. So let's just put a number 2 there. And that's almost it. Actually, what we need to do here is set the alarm up so that it can't be spammed. It can't get spammed. And this is really simple. Alarm 0 equals room speed. I think we've already set something like this before. Yeah, divided by 2. And that is literally it. So what it's doing is it's looping, it's setting the alarm, checking if the alarm is 0 or -1, looping through the choices we have available, checking which one we're doing, whoops, checking if we're pressing, then storing the one that we're on, if all this is true, and then if it's the first one, we're going to change it to this, if it's the second one, we're going to change it to this, and then we're going to set it back the room speed, the alarm even. And now we should be able to test this, and it should work all fine. One thing you will notice is once you've selected your choices, once you've selected your choice, it will remember that next time you open it back up again. So that might be something we'll do later, I'm not sure. I might put it in the quest one, I might tie it in with that, because it is kind of annoying. It means every time that I choose a new choice, we're going to have to open it up again. So will it? We've got this here, we could probably get rid of that now anyway. I think it was E, was our key? Yep. So now we've got, this is a text box, remember this. This is option 1, this is option 2. So if I press option 1, it's changed. This is a new text box, option 3 and option 4. Now these, well, they do work. Well, you can see if we now change our mind and we press this one, changes to 2. So again, that probably needs a little bit of sorting out, and it remembers it as well. That probably needs a bit of sorting out, so we'll do that in the quest one. But for the minute, guys, you know, we've got it sorted, we've got it nailed actually. And you can change these to do whatever you want depending on what you press. So that is the first one, the first little NPC we've made, the dialogue NPC. And this will be building straight into the quest one. If you want to go on to that, that'll be intermediate-ish. So I won't be explaining some of the more basic things, which I have been now. So if you want to check that out, it'll be out next week. For now, if you've enjoyed this tutorial, remember to like, subscribe, or leave me a nice little comment, and I will talk to you later.